Gemini.
The Most High.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's how, I always like to say it's kind of funny with Gemini because I remember I was at a party before the pandemic in Hollywood, and it was a white party, and it was funny because I was dressed not in white. I was the only person not in white. But there was a woman there. She was a Gemini, and she was like, yeah, I mean, my husband and I for 10 years got a reading for me kind of just at a party, right? And pulled up her chart real quick, and I just felt bad because she was like, yeah, married a long time and trying to have kids, and he's getting really old, and he can't give it. And then I was just like, well, based off your chart, she had a lot of 8th house weird shit going on. I was like, yo, does he give you the big O or whatever? And she's like, no. I'm like, well, you got to make love babies. Babies come from love. They don't come just sure. The idea of science of the sperm enters the egg and blah, blah, blah. Those little spermies fight hard. And the more that there's passion behind those little spermies, they fucking get into the egg. And then the more that the egg is wanting the spermies, they're a little bit lighter on the load of the protective force and letting them come in more. All right, Gemini. Does that make sense, or am I crazy?
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
All right, we'll give Geminis this golden tarot. You got your golden moment here with Mars in the North Node, your own sign. You got all this, Aries in your 11th. I mean, this is you having to learn to interact with all people in the world and choose the world that you want to be in. All right. What's going on with the gems? They got the 6 of Wands, the victory card here. They got the Ace of Pentacles is the challenge. Page of Wands is the overall reversed. And the Queen of Pentacles, the way to get through this reversed. Well, you're riding on your high horse about something that maybe you need to question here. I'm just saying that one. I mean, you got a Queen of Pentacles here being maybe you don't want to hold this victory. We can have victories I got this far with somebody, but are you really sure maybe you want to own it yet? Maybe you want to find out more? Because I got a feeling with this Ace of Pentacles, it's almost like it can't get to it. I got a feeling wherever you've felt a victory, it's maybe you're shooting the victory too soon. Page of Wands reverses your overall. Definitely, it's kind of not seeing clearly of the message of what. I got a feeling that somebody's trying to tell you victory, or mainly it's you've been told things and maybe you're taken out of context, or you're just shooting the moon and you're not hearing things clearly, and you're trying to own something and turn it into something too quick, too fast. Too much reversals here. Too much trying to hold on and nurture something that's not going anywhere at the moment. Ace of Pentacles. So I think you have to deal with that situation to reveal the true of another situation. Or just if you are a Gemini, in a one person relationship, I think that you're kind of at a place where, what's next? If you have had a little minor victory, it's oh wait, there's more victories still to have. And I got to deal with this more intense shit now. I don't feel like it's, don't start walking on your high horse yet about shit. Things really got to be real. This is the first card that flew out, and it was the Hangman. How weird. You are a victory in the hanged position. So maybe you get some insight of the victory in your own self. But I got to feel I got a feeling there's some Geminis oh my God, I'm going into this and but oh shit, whoa, hold the phone there. You know what I mean? Not to say that you can't have a great victory this week in love. Just saying you need to, I think at the beginning of all this, make sure you know what the fuck that you're taking. The idea of a quest and the victory is when you come into town. Maybe it's maybe there's a couple more things out there that you want to find out before you come in, and everybody goes, oh, you're victorious. So you slayed the big dragon. It's well, I mean, I slayed that little dragon creature-ish thing in the corner, but I didn't get the big dragon. It's oh, I guess we could celebrate, but like, I thought you went out to go get a dragon. It was like, oh, okay. Don't fall into that shit. You had 4 swords in reversed with the Page of Wands reversed. Oh, God, I'm just feeling that, you know what? I feel like this is like new suitors, especially more singles. It's like they can't hold the emotional. They're not saying the truth. They can't really say the passionate things that you really want. It's like all talk but no walk, because there's no physical embodiment here with this Queen of Pentacles and this Ace of Pentacles reversed. Your overall Astro card, Oracle, hit this Hangman, this victorious overall is the 12th house escape. Oh man, what the fuck? I knew it. I fucking felt like it was a false victory. Like, you know, this is falling into the fantasy of a false victory here about somebody. And then you might have to find that out at the end. Like, oh shit, they didn't turn out exactly the way that they said they were. But that leads to the real shit to show up. Like, Warren, you got some deep shit to clear about, you know, a victory needs to be had in your partnership, but why the fuck is it so stuck? You get the full moon, that's coming in Libra too. That is your 5th house here. So this is definitely about love, but I think that you need to get to the full story here emotionally if the love is really going to happen physically. I got a feeling there's a lot of talk, but it's not even got any walk. 0 walk. And you like to talk, so you'll take the talk as real, but you need to see the realness first. And you need to, I think, test it a little bit before you walk out with this great victory. I also feel like you could jump the gun and, you know, be like, oh yeah, I'm in a relationship. And it's like, you don't want to be that person taking down that off your Facebook in a day. Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah, I always find it interesting when you see people posting their relationships like right off the bat, and then like 2 months later they're in a new relationship with a new person.
Right. Like, Queen of my world is your shadow. Yeah, this is you overconfident of like, I've got my world and I'm the queen of it and I can do whatever I want, Leo King. Fuck you. I don't want to hear that shit. Well, that's getting you real far. Getting you what you want doesn't mean that it's going to last. It's about finding lasting energy and letting go of the ego of like trying to have a victory even. Like, there is no victory to have. All that there is to have is the real emotional connection that you yearn and you crave for. And that's not a victory. That's natural. The idea that you're here to accomplish something, or you're dealing with somebody who's hoity-toity and I'm victorious for taking you on, but I can't be it. Like, well, I told you I have this great castle, but it's like still in construction. I actually, I live in the horse troughs over there. Fucking. Oh. My mind was not prepared for that. Yeah, don't mind the bugs in the bed either. Like, you know, they kind of do, they kind of like help you with the sickness, the CV going around, they're leeches. They kind of suck it out of you, you know? Man, I can create some stories in my head, like, priorities. Oh, fuck. Ganesha is dropping some bombs with me. I like it when Ganesha's on my team. You got to get your priorities straight. I got a feeling that, you know what? Don't be calling victory when the priorities aren't met. You know, like, you got to get all the priorities met before you call victory. I got a feeling with that Hangman and that 12th house escape, you're also trying to escape through some sort of false victory. You need to get back to the priorities of the real shit. You could have the most amazing fucking love situations. I just think that you got to like put your priorities straight and get out of like the, you know, like fucking 12th house escape shit and the fucking, you know, like somebody who's not spiritual. It's like that'd be me like trying to end up with like some fucking person that just like would, you know, I don't even know. I'm not a Gemini, so if I can. And Gemini, come on, like, get your priorities straight on who you really want here, and that actually can walk the walk and talk the talk, and get out of your ego of trying to have some like show off. It's like a show off. Like, oh, look it, I can tell all my girlfriends, I can tell everybody on the internet, I can show a picture or whatever. Like, I'm trying to prove something. Like, you're using love for the wrong ways. If you're single, the Emperor reversed. The new person, sorry. Again, they're I had a feel. I was like, they're acting this part that they're not. You need to find the real deal. Who's really an emperor? Who's really got their shit together? Who's like powerful? You're dealing with somebody who's acting powerful, who's not, and like you know it, but like, you know, you're dealing with like a true beta and not an alpha. And if you're in a relationship, well, you got the star card. Wow. So, you know, the relationship needs a fresh new start, but maybe you need to go off into nature. Maybe you need to go and ask the universe or stars or get a reading from somebody. And you can go on highvibe.tv, click on readings, get a reading with anybody on High Vibe that's on High Vibe besides myself. It's pretty awesome. Everybody's on there now for readings. But I think that the star card definitely means that you need to get back in touch with the universe to understand what to do in your partnership. The priorities to get straight, I just got a feeling we need to get a clarity on that. 10 of Cups, you need to get your priorities straight on what real love is. 10 of Cups is the ultimate fantasy love. You're trying to claim victory on a non-fantasy. You need to get your priorities straight. You got Aries, South Node, third house. There you are in your head, the idea of what you want, and it's stimulating you, but that's where it's going to be the illusion. You need to focus on a relationship that actually has the embodiment to go the distance, to go on the adventure. I got a feeling like they can't go on an adventure. Like they don't know how to explore things. They don't know how to, they're not expansive. And I think that you need to get out of this contracting energy that's not expansive. And that was Deep Love Tarot.
That was Deep Love Tarot. And you can't get stuck on the ideals of who you think an individual is. You know, you have to actually see them for who they are and see yourself who you are. You know, you can't put yourself out there to, to kind of paint this picture if it's false, you know. No false idols in this life. You know, no false identities. Just be you fully and allow that person to be themselves and see if it's actually true. See if it's that true love that we're all searching for out here. And big thanks to everyone out there because we're at 673 likes. So we fully appreciate everyone spending all this time with us, always, every Monday. And like Dave said, there are consultations up there on High Vibe. And every day you get exclusive daily horoscopes from the one and only, the Leo King.